Hello, Lizzie here, partner and principal architect with Trail Consult. So today I'm going to walk through our latest energy accelerator for Agentforce, and I'm going to show it a little bit differently today. I'm going to actually go through the entire value chain or customer interaction for a field service use case in the energy sector. So I'm going to start with going through how our agents are typically capturing value, or our teams are able to capture value from a deflecting standpoint using the Agentforce capabilities, and how you can then reduce the cost to serve in terms of having your field and your service teams that are interacting enabled with tooling that will allow them to effectively deflect or reduce the windshield time to go out into the field with a virtual remote assistant, and then a quick peek into what the mobile application looks like. So I'll get started here. This is a very common place that I like to start, but this would be available for your customers, your partners, could be your suppliers. What I've found is in the energy space, you have multiple stakeholders. So this could be an experience that's a custom application that your suppliers are using, or it could be a custom application that your customers are accessing. But it goes without saying, you'll have the same experience available to those stakeholders. And the first thing that you'll do is you'll be able to get some detail around what warranties are available for this client to access, and they might have their warranties and their an issue going on. And they want to validate that. So they could authenticate. They could just check in here with whatever is publicly available. They might also want to, actually schedule an appointment. So this is an example of an action that's going into your field service application and booking an appointment for a technician to potentially support the client. Now, obviously, you can ask for some more information. I'll toss some more information there. So this is really just showing you some of the generative capability. And the main takeaway I'd share is that all this information is being referenced using a dynamic retriever. So if you had information in SharePoint or other places, you can leverage that. And I harp on this because it's such an important piece for energy clients. Because if you're thinking of being in a downstream scenario, you might have a lot of different stakeholders, whether it's suppliers, whether it's landholders. It could be anybody that might need to access information that's critical for them. So you can have this information grounded in whatever knowledge is relevant for that stakeholder group. So that's why I share that so consistently. Now I'm going to go in and we'll zoom into what the life of a service technician could look like. I'm going to put my little face up here, but really what you'll notice here is that there are multiple channels, as you probably are aware, whether I want to access my main channel, might be email, might be phone call, but for a service manager, you're able to meet your customer in the channel that is most relevant for them or most convenient for them. So I'm just going to jump in here. I have a critical battery case that is being reviewed, and I can go ahead and take a summary of this case, understanding there's a lot that could be happening. This customer might have been interacting with us through an agent. They might have been having a case that's been ongoing over time, but what this summary is able to do is just give us a quick picture of where this agent is or where this case is from a support standpoint. What I would like to show is also the different case tools that we have access to. So as I'm resolving this case, again, to speed up the time to resolve the case and also reduce that cost to serve, you have all those knowledge articles that are made available for you to respond to the client. But a lot of the times, that's not enough. Emailing a customer back and forth might not just do the trick. So I'll actually show an example here where I'm actually going to set up a virtual remote session. So what does that mean? That means that our customer is going to receive a link, and they'll be able to access that link. And when they access that link, they'll be able to resolve part, hopefully, of the issue that they called in on. So I'll go in here and I'll use my phone. And because I'm at my apartment, I obviously have not a lot of stuff, but you can see that I will be able to help troubleshoot remotely any issues that the customer has. This is my little spongy for the dog I'm taking care of, good old Freddy. And if I have to scan a barcode from here, or I wanted to get more detail, you're able to kind of guide the customer to where they need to focus, right? And that shows up on their screen. So a really powerful way to support in helping a client get to a resolution without having to spend windshield time in sending a customer or field technician out to the field. Now, I will spend a little bit of time just hopping into what the field service application looks like. So if you're thinking, how would my actual technician once dispatched, what would they be looking at? This is just an example of that application. So you can see all the information about what's been scheduled, how to get there, what the routing looks like, calculating the time from a windshield standpoint. If you need to capture consumables or products and timesheets, you have all of that available to you. And I'm not going to dive into full detail here, but I just wanted to make it clear that this application also allows you to effectively handle the entire field service execution flow when you're in territory or you're actually at a client's site. Now, I'm going to go back and do what I love to do and summarize. So we went through quite a bit there, and that was just a taste of what our field service accelerator for energy could look like for your client or for your business. And so feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to jump on and have a conversation further on this.